Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. It's time to have a look at some news for today. There's 3 separate news items, some changelogs, some more, I suppose you'd class it as trying to deal with the mob, and then also some dates, which are coming in over the weekend. Over the weekend, we have the US Armed Forces Day. You can get a pretty cool National Armed Forces Day decal from the 19th of May until the 22nd of May, and all you have to do is play 3 battles using American vehicles, and you can get access to it. It's a really cool decal with kind of the hidden soldier and the American flag. Definitely worth having a look into. The other one, which is coming in, is the French National Sailor Day decal, and also discounts. So, in order to get ready for the French Navy coming into the game, they're offering a bundle, which is 25% off of the Aigle pack and also the Duguay-Trouin pack, and of course French Navy CBT access. So it's 25% off to buy both of these ships together. Obviously, they haven't been selling very well, otherwise they wouldn't be trying to throw them in like this. And then also, if you play 3 matches with French vehicles from the 19th of May to the 24th of May, you'll get yourself the emblem of the Marine Nationale France. So those 2 decals for America and also France are available, which is quite nice. They also brought out an X-Fixed for the update 2.25.1.112, where they did a bunch of interface changes and UI changes, but also some aircraft and other stuff too. Starting off with the Saab J35XS, now you can actually have an asymmetrical layout of the secondary armament. It's been corrected now, which is quite nice. The A4E and A4N Skyhawks, the Israeli ones, the incorrect icon for the 6,500-pound LDGP Mark 82 setup for the secondary weapon was also wrong, but now it should work properly. The Blenheim Mark IV, there was a bug that was fixed where the upper turret was able to fire through the fuselage. That's actually been in the game for a very long time. I remember when I started playing the Blenheim, even 8 or 9 years ago, I was able to do that. The Mi-28, there was a bug fix that prevented copying of the weapon setup, and also the AH-6M. The max payload weight has been corrected as well. There was a bug fixed where the canopy hatches remained wide open after respawning or landing for repair. One of the interesting things about the devlog about the bombs the other day was the fact that there was a vehicle there which actually had open-topped cupolas. My guess was so it would be easier to blow up. But yeah, it was kind of nice to see. Maybe it's something we'll see in the future. There was also a bug that's been fixed that prevented repair the transmission and rotary wing while the collective pitch control lever is set at to a position of 80%, so that's made that easier as well. For naval, the 356mm Type 91 APC and 356mm Common Type 0 shells, the explosive type has been changed from Shimos to Type 91, so hopefully that'll either buff it or nerf it, depending on its historical setup. The Riani, there was a bug fix that allowed the first main gun to elevate through the overhead screen, so it was able to shoot where it shouldn't. The Raimondo Montecuccoli as well, there was a bug fixed where the mortar was firing together with the main guns. Then, on top of that, the interface stuff came in, starting off with the ability to save and view the progress of a favorite achievement from the last point reference has been added. So pretty much if you have a favorited achievement, if you are finished with it for a day or you want to track it from a certain point, there is now a button on it that you can hit, and then from there it'll tell you how much research you've got compared to the point where you've got to before. I don't really understand why anybody would want this, but it's not a negative thing, right? I would just class it as a waste of development time, but at the same time, you know, they're tracking these things anyway, so giving it or making it open to the community is good. You can also view what are known as personal tasks, which are battle tasks, battle pass tasks, and favorited achievements in battle. So if you're in the respawn menu, if you go to the bottom right, you'll see a personal testing. If you click that, it will give you an up-to-date look at your dailies, your specials, favorited achievements, also battle pass tasks, which you can, see how if you've completed them in the battle or not, or if you need to push forward with them. This is a really cool feature, not super useful, but generally pretty nice. There was also a bug where only one turret icon was displayed in the window for suspended weaponry when installing turret weapons in pairs. That's been fixed as well. And also a bug where the last selected preset of vehicles after restarting the game could be copied to another preset. That's also been fixed too. So overall, some pretty positive changes. They also added another news post about revising the economy, which is incredibly similar to the one they did yesterday. I don't really understand why they even posted it, but we'll go through it anyway, just to kind of show you what they're doing. At this point, I think it's better to stop adding fuel to the fire when it comes to these things. Usually it's better to kind of like take a step back and then decide to have a look at things from different perspectives, but obviously that is not what Gaijin is doing. Instead, they are just going to continue to fuel fires over and over and over again, which is not going to end well. You have, dear players, we heard your recent feedback on the changes planned to the economy of War Thunder, and as you already know, have decided to cancel them. This has been our first step in addressing your concerns, and it will not be the last. We regret that our actions to balance the economy are often poorly explained and not transparent to you. In the future, we will try our best to talk about the changes we planned to do earlier in more detail and more clearly, as well as listen to the feedback that you offer more carefully. We are going to revise the economy in a dedicated update planned for mid to late summer. This will be a huge amount of work. In order for your feedback to be taken into account, please provide it using a special form on our website before the 25th of May. Unfortunately, we do not have the ability to track all posts on external sites, and we may miss some which are important. We have already received and are analysing many constructive proposals, and we sincerely thank their authors. We will announce the content of the dedicated economy update in advance, explain in detail the essence of all changes, and collect feedback on them before we implement them in the game. If necessary, we'll discuss the economy separately on streams, in the format of questions and answers on the site, or in any other way. The main thing is that you clearly understand what is being planned and why. We have one common goal: to make War Thunder better and make players happy and the game more popular. Therefore, we'll do everything possible so we understand and support each other on that way to the goal. So basically just a bunch of PR speak. At the end of the day, this is a pointless post. They're going to do economy updates every so often anyway. The fact that they've reverted this one doesn't mean that they won't do the same in the future. When it comes to these changes, they're just going to explain it better, which is what they say. These posts just fuel fires. There's no point in these. Absolutely, completely useless, and will just keep this train going over and over and over again. The best thing you do in these situations is just knuckle down and actually just do the things that you want to do, and basically just keep going with what you want to do. And it's pretty much as simple as that. What you're going to end up by doing this thing, since you keep adding fuel to the fire every day that you put these posts out, it emboldens people to constantly talk about it and constantly go after you for it, even if the stuff is reverted. You already see people who have taken the fact that, you know, the thing's been reverted. Now you're going to have a bunch of people who are going to go after you for other things that they see as issues in the game. Hopefully, this can be useful stuff like heat FS at top tier, or, you know, repair costs for larger ships, or not having parts in FPE reduced compared in naval compared to ground, but something tells me that's never going to be the case. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Millie Draper, Juan the Panda, Nick R. Kupila, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Merciless Reaper, Orange Tail, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Moxie B. Young, Peter Grayling, Jerry Provolt, Bareen, Alan Hacker, Sem Arslan, Uncle Bean, Derek R., and Lafouche for supporting the channel.